Yeah, not only that, you're going up against such big names as well, and I'm sure a lot of the players did look up to NYXL squad. I want to be like Jonak. I want to sit in his seat. I want to get into the game though, Hex. We're going to Jiang Tower. The crowd's ready, the players are ready, and so are we.
It's just a tough ask for the London Spitfire to go into enemy territory against the NYXL, the veteran squad here, to be a bunch of rookies. I did air quotes there, you can't see it on camera, but rookies. I mean, it's the first time in the Overwatch League, so technically they're rookies here. We'll see what they got. I'm looking forward to being surprised, and I think a victory for London here is essentially like we played them close. But I don't think anyone's predicting London to win. Hey, but brand new year, any given owl day, anyone can win.
Let's get into the first map. Jiang Tower. It's night market. The crowd are here and you can tell who they're cheering for. New York over in the blue, London in the white. Glister, I want to see him on that McCree, although we saw a little bit earlier on, Hex, that sim does so much work when you can test that point.
The sim, when you start charging up those points, and especially on some of these stages, if you can get there first and you put those turrets up, you're almost never getting in, and here we go!
Jonak on the Ana, let's see if he can kind of keep those records high. I want to see how they're going to rotate. Normally, when you do take the first cap on control, you do end up winning it out more often than not. Nice little wall charge in. Ice block already forced out there. Onto who are used, gonna have to play a little bit more careful. Fire grenade lands on Mano. He's gonna be kept alive and safe for the time being. They do end up rotating around. Point unlocks in a couple of seconds.
They look like they wanted to rotate around, but I'm not sure everybody got the memo. London tried to rotate and catch a couple people who were late on that, but it is New York who will back their way onto the point as it unlocks, and they will get first cap.
Hail Mary Nays from Highly there, tried to catch out Mano, but first cap, like you said, goes towards NYXL. London trying to find something, a nice wall actually. Sending Mano sky high, couldn't get the charge in, a stun and a freeze as well, but no one takes him out. That fire strike hit in the corner, first blood going to Hotba. Who Are You does end up going down as well, but NYXL are going to continue controlling this point. Both nano boosts online as well.
One of the reasons that Mano is so great is he's able to bleed out every bit of value in those abilities. He gets down to 100 HP, but Mano probably not even breaking a sweat. He knows the support's having the pocket.
High noon coming out from Glister, and Nene gets pushed away, almost forced off the map. Blizzard coming out from Babel as well. They do manage to find at least one kill on Jonak. That's the person that you want to take down, as London end up flipping the point and controlling it for the time being, and now Glister really putting NYXL in their place. Hotba going to reset himself off the map as London take control. 36% for New York though, not bad.
It is the Glister show so far. The cleanup kill is going to go their way, but so far 3 eliminations out of the 5 for his team for Glister, and we mentioned it. It's probably the biggest name on this revamped London Spitfire. Definitely a Rookie of the Year candidate. Keep an eye on him, and so far the carry potential seems to be there.
Animo has beat coming forward. Sanguinar also has his. It's how JMac and Mano play around these walls. There you can see both being used. Animo staying back here, doesn't really want to get caught out by the Blizzard of any kind or any freeze whatsoever. Speaking of freezes, JMac's in trouble, I would say. Mano finds the kill, and now London Spitfire losing their main tank and are going to get rotated on as NYXL do force themselves on the point. Thanks to the wall there, but Mano should be safe behind his shield.
It's going to buy him a little bit more percentage, but they're not able to back up. Some nice anti on Jonak. Jonak and Animo nearing both their supports. Those are the ultimates you want in a defense phase of the game. Blizzard's got the Deadeye so far, the only person to really get value out of it.
There's a beat advantage though for NYXL. They're going to use the beat to go forward, and Glister gets left in the back. Oh no, no damage now! JMac falls down. Animo finds the kill. Panar's in the back line. He gets demeched. He does use the self-destruct to try and get back in. Thinks he can still win this fight, potentially. He doesn't want to go for this reset. The nano straight onto Mano. He does get naded in the end, and doesn't really find all too much, but Hotspur manages to clean up Glister. And then NYXL continuing to control the point, Hex, nearing 75%.
It seemed like NYXL had just figured out, like, we're just not going to let Glister beat us. We're going to send a lot of resources his way. Let one of the other guys give it a shot, but there's no way we're letting Glister beat us. It's been Hotba who's been trying to isolate him. Glister goes down. London getting down to their last attempt to get in here as New York keeps counting up. They do have a Shatter ready.
Inoon coming in. Wall is going to block it out for the time being. Shadow available, yes, for London. They've also got that Blizzard online as well. They're going to have to make a move rather quick. 95% now on board for NYXL.
Watching on the point, there is no check marks on the board for NYXL. Going to have to win this one bare.
OT coming in. Babel's just trying to isolate people. Mano's going to get frozen up if he's not careful. They still have the Blizzard in tow. You've got to watch out for that defense matrix. A massive shadow on the back, though. That's going to do it. Nene's going to go down to the pin. Mano gets taken out as well. OT may have been here, but London are going to make themselves known on the point.
Going to be about 50% for London as they finally take it back. NYXL was in a tough position there. They just didn't have ultimates. You can just ask for that fight to try to get up there so you can get some ultimates on the way back. But London did a really nice job of preserving their economy. Really only had to get a great shatter in there as well. Both support ultimates going to be up for this London Spitfire squad. About 1, maybe 2 fights away for this team. NYXL going to try to come in here. Hotbuzz hit some enormous self-destructs in his time. We might see one here.
Babel, most importantly as well, save that Blizzard too for when NYXL do make themselves known on the points. Now they're coming out on the Rhine already though. Babel's going to go down and he has Blizzard! NYXL with a perfect start, they send the bomb in as well, take care of the shield and it might just be done. Blizzard gets eaten as well. London Spitfire, they may have lost their May early on. But who are you and Manu are going to go down?
Bernard, perhaps the second best known player on this London Spitfire, had come up through the contender scene and played really well. Ate the Blizzard there. A Blizzard covers this entire point. It locks them out. London now 95%. New York is just desperation time trying to get back to the point. This one's close.
They are going to be able to touch. OT has been triggered, but Hopper is going to eat the Blizzard. They still manage to contest the points. Who used on Tracer to try and get the damage done on the back line, but can they do all of anything? Nene opens up with a Deadeye, might just find the D-Mech, and only the D-Mech, but the self-destruct will make sure the D.Va is alive and well for the time being. Only just gets back in. Who are you on the back though is going to manage to kill off Hailey? They're going to have to make something stick here because Bernard is tearing through NYXL's back line. J-Mech's going to take down Nano as well. The rookies are coming in strong. OT's there. Who are you gets the pulse bomb, but is it going to be enough? I'm not sure it is, Hex. He's stuck in diving, dipping and dodging. OT still ticking down, but they have May on the point. London are going to take the first map, or first stage, I should say, on Jiang Tower against NYXL.
Oh, it's free snow cone day here at Jiang Tower, eating blizzards left and right. Who are you? Almost guts it out, but I heard that May is a pretty good hero. You get the self-healing and the ice block right when they need it, it comes up. Who are you? Almost clutching it out. Just a glimpse of what he can bring to this team. Oh, we're in for a good one.
I don't think NYXL fans expected that first stage coming in.
Now it got real quiet in here real quick.
Oh dear.
There we go. There we go.
Still winnable, boys. There's only one stage down, don't worry. Still got potentially 2 more to go. Control center now being the map. Lister hovered over the Synth there for a brief moment. Now we see Jonak on the Baptiste as well. What? Already? Who are you? Takes the head clean off the Lucio.
Oh, that feels bad. The icicle across the map always feels bad.
Oh man, when you get hit by one, you're like, well, I better start spamming control, otherwise I might just die. Unfortunately, that did happen. And NYXL might be able to just claim the point here first once again. Hailey gets taken out. Doesn't really matter though at the end of the day.
It's time to go back home.
Yeah.
It's just time. You don't have the position. You lost your main support. There's just not enough. They have to go back to the door. New York's going to chase a little bit to see if London gets a little cheeky and stays a little too far front. But London's, I mean, they took a lot of damage, did a lot of healing. Already Amp Matrix up for Hailey.
Feeling pretty good. Ooh, Hailey gets walled out. They're going to be able to chunk through the wall fairly easily though. And Mano in a little bit of a sore situation right now. Immortality field came out from Jonak, but perfect focus from London Spitfire. Ends the main tank's life.
That's a lot of resources they pumped into that one too, but not able to keep him alive. London seems like they're going to try to switch it back around. They will take out Nene, and this looks like London.
All right, okay. Nene is going to go down. Got to be a little bit more careful though now, as London do send out the Blizzard also. They're going to start capping the point, or at least they should do, as you just try and get the pesky Lucio off of it. He's stalling out for a fair while here. He does get taken out in the end, but that's a free 5%.
New York really thought they were going to bring that back shorthanded. They threw a lot into that one after some early deaths and some early losses. You thought the grab thrown in there, and they were like, okay, that's fine. Sometimes Hoppa will just do that. But then they threw in the Blizzard. I think New York is playing with a bit of hubris at this moment against these rookies of London.
Window coming out as well, again for Hailey. And Babble's just in the mix of it all. Deadeye's going to come through as well. Can he find anything? No, yes he can. Almost called it wrong now. Nice little headshot as well onto Glister to send him packing. And now NYXL rotating through server. London, you've got to be careful now because J-Mac can get back to the point rather quickly using that charge. NYXL are going to have to put pedal to the metal. They do make themselves known on the point, sorry. Bubble does end up falling. The supercharger comes out as well. Marno going so low once again, and Immortality Field has already been used, so he gets instantly destroyed by the Orisa.
I mean, this is really nice play from London because at least they're stalling out here. It's probably not a winnable fight as they're going to keep bleeding players. But at this point, you're still getting percentage up on the clock. NYXL has had the fight advantage for the last 20 seconds, but never really did put the pedal to the metal. As you say, it's not really their style.
I just can't believe they managed to win that against a supercharger as well. NYXL now control the point, 55% to 53. They're going to hold this choke point. Jonak no way near that window. Haile's got 10% off his, can almost insta-kill tanks if they're not careful.
Glister had made the switch a bit earlier to Reaper, and it has gotten its benefit so far. He's got a Blossom ready to go.
Oh, look at this. They're throwing so much into this fight. Blizzard grab as well. Haile's defenseman, it's not going to happen. Well, I mean, what's the point, right? You're not going to win that fight. 2 ults thrown in. Grab brings everything together. Blizzard cleans everything up. Immortality Field's got nothing to do with that fight.
Grabbing Blizzards feels like a bit of overkill right there. Everyone stay there. Wait, everyone really, really stay there. They clean it up 90% and counting up, and London's been unable to get back in this door.
They managed to get into it now, but they're going to get walled off. There's the pin onto Gemma. Oh, no! The Deadeye from the corner. They're going to run into a Blizzard, and Glister's going to unleash the Death Blossom. Mano's going to go down, though, but Bernard taking the game into his own hands, but someone still needs to touch, but there was a back cap. Sanguinar manages to cap the point, stalling out for even longer now, as then they had to rotate back to claim some space, and Haile takes out 2.
What an absolutely beautiful back cap. It pulls everybody back to the point, and then they're not in position. New York has to turn around, their backs are turned. London takes it to come back in. It's one of those plays that you rarely see in professional high-level play of someone getting to the point. I thought he's just going to touch, and I think that was his plan all along. He's like, well, I'll touch, and I'll keep touching. Oh, wow, this percentage is getting really high. London takes it back. Next fight wins this stage.
And Matrix coming out. Yeah, they're going to subvert it with the wall and just a rotation through server, it seems. Haile's window is going to fade momentarily.
Maybe trying to build up to this sound barrier. Nothing really on the board for either team. Sound barriers are the closest ultimates. Geronimo hits a volley of headshots. I think you just slam Q and push go.
Gotta be careful. Bernard's got to stay alive, man. He's so close to that supercharger. Beat is now available. Mano swinging in the front line. They unleash the beats. But a beat comes back. London Spitfire going to unleash one of their own. Mano in a very sore spot. The grab's coming up pretty big, but it didn't matter. Mano couldn't get to it. He couldn't swing through the damage. Glister finds 2. A team full of rookies coming up big against NYXL.
That's it.
On their home stage. Jiang Tower is surely theirs. Hopper is going to die. It's the last one to kill off. Arnemo's gone. A 2-0 start for London Spitfire.
The grab came through, it grabbed so many, and you saw it. We had the POV of the Fire Strike about to come through. Guess what? Here comes the May Wall. There goes your Fire Strike. It would have wrecked that squad.
I told you before, Glister had a little smile on his face. He knew what he was getting into. A 2-0 start on Jiang for London Spitfire. They're feeling pretty good. The crowd, not so much.
What a confidence booster for this young team. The Spitfire against all expectations, up 1-0 against the hometown NYXL.
Yeah, we've got an old favorite coming up in a moment, Kings Row.
Oh. If you have a bad thing to say about Kings Row, you're wrong. You're just wrong.
Do you even play Overwatch if you don't like
exactly.
Kings Row?
No one has ever had a bad word to say about Kings Row. I mean, I guess the weather could be nicer, but you're all familiar with that.
Honestly,
foggy London town there.
I live near the seaside.
Yeah. Oh,
the weather
bragging.
sucks.
Yeah.
All the time.
Well, now you're in Los Angeles. And you can just go down to the beach and the weather's always great.
That's true. Although New York did remind me of my home a second ago when it was raining a little bit earlier on. But, sometimes it's nice to feel like home. London, technically here, they are home on Kings Row.
Crowd comes to life again, trying to bring NYXL back to life. And a stunner down 0-1 to London. We're playing first to 3. I don't know if we mentioned that, but map 4 we don't have to lie to the people about anymore. We're not going to play it if we don't need it, right? We had a great first series today to kick this one off, but London only 2 maps away from taking it back. NYXL has to have a better showing here.
Let's have a look. It's like they're going mirror comps. Babel and Who Are You? Going toe-to-toe currently. They're not outperforming each other. The Mays have been rather strong in these this meta recently, of course. The wall is just so strong, just isolating main tanks. Mano's felt the brunt of that so far. Speaking of ice walls, there you go. Gotta be careful though. Fire grenade lands on the back. JMX is gonna have to play a little bit more passively. I say that, he just gets charged straight into. He's gonna get kept alive though. Perfect defense matrix from Hop.
Hava ends up taking an anti-heal there, but bloodless thus far. Not a low health on either side here, but just going for picks. That wall doesn't quite do what it's looking for.
Defense matrix in general are doing wonders for stopping the main tanks charging. I mean, at the end of the day, oh, that's a big flashbang. No, I didn't expect that. I'm not sure J-Mag expected that either. That's a nice little bit of a first blood action.
It seemed like both teams were just waiting for one of their damage players to do something. Isolate someone with the wall, get that flashbang over the shield. That's why you saw it kind of just pacing each other out, feeling each other out. The wall missed, the flashbang connects. I still can't hit that flashbang 100% of the time. I don't know what the angle is.
No, I just blame it on the D.Va player on the other team, even if they don't have a
but
D.Va.
They don't have a D.Va,
yeah, exactly. Nano boost on Tomato, runs straight into them. You're not escaping there, my son. Unlucky. Big high noon as well on the back, and look at that! Oh, you're nano boosted, are you? How about a flashbang and a shatter and then a fan the hammer?
Let me cool you off a little bit. You look a little warm, you're glistening down there. Let me fan this hammer on you. Oh! I thought he
was a stagger, that would have been.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get that beautiful where you just drop him off in the corner right there, but he ends up actually taking out Bernard, totally fine. And YXL kind of mixing up the point of aggression. First they play around statue, they let London in, then they kind of surprise him with the Maywall at the door, which is what you expect. So NYXL varying it up a little bit, and that's been one of their issues throughout the years, a bit predictable at times.
I knew. Gotta be careful. Ooh, the sleep! Hello? Doesn't matter though, because Mano actually went down. Blizzard on the point to stop New York touching it. London Spitfire are going to gain a lot of time here, but a counter Blizzard coming through from Who Are You. He's going to get naded, has to play a little bit more safe, and a perfect wall, in fact, from Babel. You see them segregating his team away from New York to make sure that no damage can come through when they were frozen. A nice kill onto Who Are You, and hey, they're going to be able to claim this first point. Charge? Well, you missed, unfortunately. Hop already died. Re-engagement potential, but J-Mac, he still has that shatter.
Just winning some of these one-on-ones is the London Spitfire. Glister able to take out his opposite number.
That was a big cleave. Nano boost onto Mano's going to swing on through. He's got the shatter, but he's going to get blocked, and the point's going to get capped. Thank you very much, says London Spitfire. They force a couple of ults out to New York, and hey, they get the payload moving as well.
It's so strange because you consider NYXL this passive, defensive, we're going to wait for you to make a mistake kind of team, and sometimes that bites them. But now you've seen in the last couple of fights, overcommittals, trying to come back 4v6, 5v6, committing ultimates to it. So they're trying these kind of mixes yet, and I don't think they've really figured out if the concoction is working.
Streets phase now. Remember, Manu did use his shatter earlier on, so J-Mac can pose quite a bit of a threat. He's just aggressive about it. Wall on the back, shatter on the side. There's the bomb as well. Thank you very much. There goes the rest of New York XL. Bomb in the back though. Glister. Oh! Wait, what? Are you serious? Hopla comes back with a bomb. Okay, never count out NYXL to come up with something big.
I mean, Hotba in particular. How many times have we seen it that Hotba just explodes in the kill feed, pour out of nowhere? Let's take a look exactly how that happened, because we got it off screen. Let's see the angle.
Oh, avoids the bomb too, so he doesn't actually get desuited. Perfectly placed. London thought they had that fight.
Lulls him into a false sense of security. Guys, I got two. Hotba says, hold it.
Okay. Double Deadeye through the shield. Nice little pick up onto Nene.
Blizzard's gotten the better of Nene in the last several engagements.
Oh, well now you're on the wall. And no Matrix. That's going to be a big freeze. No way you're living through that one, unfortunately. Who Are You going down as well? Inches away from his ultimate. London Spitfire continuing to get that payload moving.
Living that wildling life on the wrong side of the wall there. They end up getting cleaned up, and there shouldn't even be a contest here. As London continue to go forward, they will grab this second point. And that's rough, because if you're a defending team, stopping them in streets phase is huge. You can usually win a map if you can stop a team in streets.
Now they're just posturing around this corner. Who Are You and the rest of NYXL are going to have to play this rather aggressively. You can see they want to make the best use of the Blizzard. Couple of places to run and hide though, if you're fast enough with a speed boost potentially. Babu does get walled off. Nice little wall there onto Mano to stop him from charging into J-Mag. There's a big shadow though on the back. The flame strike gets defense matrix, but it doesn't matter. The shadow is enough for them to clean on up.
A nano shatter there, a double committal, but you might as well throw it in. Still, their economy for NYXL in very good shape. The Blizzard ready to go. Hotba has, well, I mean, I guess we're just going to start calling them Hotba bombs this Overwatch year so far. And now they're in a good spot. Postured up, Hotba looks for it. The wall misses.
Ooh, what? Like, how does London keep letting this happen?
Oh, the Magic Man adds 2, that is 5 self-destruct kills of the first half of King's Row.
You can hear the crowd already. They know exactly who to cheer for now. Blizzard's still available for New York. Babu's coming out with his as well.
But London is banking up. The bank of
Destruct in the back. Shadow's coming out. Doesn't quite find anybody just yet, but the Shadow found 4. J-Mag's gonna try and go 4. They do end up killing Mano. A beautifully placed nade by Hailey. They've been stopped here for so long. In fact, 2 and a bit minutes now. As Alyssa is sleeping in the back line as well, but it shouldn't matter as J-Mag does swing on forward. Although he is anti-native right now, but the rest of his team are going to be able to clean up New York.
With only about 45 seconds left, they can't really afford to lose another fight. London has to continue to roll through this one, and now you just start figuring order of operations. You've got Nano. Do you want to give that to J-Mag and maybe get to a shatter off of that Nano? You got to start tumbling these together.
30 seconds remaining. You heard Athena. They are pretty close to delivering this payload. Mano's going to have to come up with something massive with this shadow. They're near that Deadeye, but it does require a fair bit of setup, especially at this point. Mano checking his back to make sure no one's hiding. OT is going to come in a second. Nano onto the Kree, moving around the payload. They're going to be able to put this in if they're not careful. They managed to touch just in time. Who are you with the ice block? But now that's down. He has to play way more sensitive, way more safe. But it doesn't matter. Nene does come up with a kill onto the May. He had the Blizzard once again. J-Mag actually falls off the map as well. New York coming back. There's the kills. That's it. It's done. They managed to stop London just before the 3rd point.
In the straight up 1v1s, it seemed like Glister was getting the better of Nene until it really mattered. Able to get better value out of that Deadeye. That was the one kill they needed. NYXL's defense holds stout on King's Row.
Looking good right now, NYXL. This map will end this next round. Let's see who's going to take it. We'll be right back.
I mean, how glad are you what a great addition to an already stacked team. Hey, do you need a 3rd tracer on this squad? Hotba's got it.
You want a sick diva?
Hotba's got it.
Hotba's got it.
Yeah, I mean, those were amazing bombs. Like I said, just to recap, so far in this series, 5 self-destruct kills just on King's Row, 2 Blizzard eats. It's doing everything. It's doing everything you'd want from a diva.
That's exactly what you need in this match. It's your diva just outperforming the other. Ouch. Took a flame strike there. I want a sleep dart. Could have matrixed that, buddy. Come on. Where are you? Hello? That's what I do to my diva all the time. That's why I probably get muted.
Yeah, very likely. It's probably just your British accent in America, now on the NA servers. They're like, I'm not listening to this guy. We fought a war, so I don't listen to this guy.
Let's not get into that. I think we lost.
No, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Oh, okay, thank God for that.
All right, rotation comes up top. New York setting up at a different spot. They just take the point. Bring around the Rosie here.
You've got to be careful, though. Supports on the high ground is going to be rather useful. It means they can't really get killed off unless a sneaky icicle comes and strikes the head. Or a Diva on the side. He's going fairly low, though. Bernard's going to have to back out. Hopper, you can see how many angles he's trying to watch right now. He's going to watch for his main tank, watch for his supports as well. Perfect peeling so far.
It looks very much like the first attack as well. Just waiting for one of the damage dealers to do something. Everyone just looking at each other. Can we get a headshot? Can we get a wall? And it's been McCree's to open up this first point.
Yeah, Glister on the flank as well, trying to find something rather sneaky. Big shadow in the back line. There's going to be a Deadeye as well. He is so low. One more shot will kill him, but it doesn't matter because Mano is in your back line and he's killing your supports.
Yeah, this one all but over. Just a retreat called now for London. That's all it takes. They're just waiting for Nene to get in there, get a headshot. He does it. The Deadeye zones him out. Uses the well-placed phone booth to make sure he doesn't get shot through the second icicle. I think that was a phone booth. I haven't seen one in 20 years.
Oh, you see them all the time in London. They're still there. More tourist attractions than anything else. None of them work.
Yeah, so it's lore accurate.
Yeah.
But NYXL makes very short order. I really love that rotation, too, because now you're playing with the defender's advantage as the offense. You're able to use the architecture like you saw him use the phone booth to stay alive, and it's just a better spot to be in. So they out-rotate London, take the point away from them, and that's it. Short order.
London have a lot of ults, though. There's one of them. Hello? The rest of NYXL are in the bookstore right now. Big Vibe Grenade on the back. Big freeze onto Mono as well. Can he survive? I'm not sure he can. There's a Blizzard. There's a Shadow. The beat's going to come out, but is it actually going to be enough? Mono somehow not dead just yet. J-Mac trying his hardest to take him out. He finally does. As London, they blow a lot of ults in that fight. So they're going to be fighting at disadvantage in the next.
Absolutely. They still have a couple ready online. Animo almost the hero of that fight because everybody got antied, everyone got frozen. He hit a perfect sound barrier, and it might have been enough, but London able to get the target calling to take down targets one by one. Now London is going to have their own sound barrier offensively for New York. I just got to say it, Hoppa's got self-destruct.
He does, you got to be careful.
It's a great spot too, like the seconds on a lot of maps are great for self-destruct. There's a lot of great angles.
He wants to set up, he wants to punish out of the deep though. Bernard gets out of there rather fast. Uh-oh, he's got it. That wall's going to go down as well. This is a perfect time to use it. Deadeye from the back though does kill Babel. They've got to be a little bit more careful than that, and you know what, I'm not sure they even need it. Self-destruct getting launched off in the air to clear out New York Excel, and Glister somehow, out of nowhere, kills two. Nano boost as well, onto J-Mac in the front line. There's a Deadeye to boot. Couple of kills from Bernard. I think that was actually double kill with the melee. Okay, not too bad whatsoever. London are held, however, they do, again, once more have that Blizzard and the Shadow online. London doing a good job thus far, though.
It's been kind of a tale of two McCrees just stylistically. Glister getting there with just straight up left clicking. He's just getting it done. Then he's got 5 Deadeye kills. And after watching the first match and Deadeye being a kind of a newer buffed ultimate, I was expecting more. Nene seems to have figured this one out at least. He's getting a lot of value out of his ultimates. New York's gonna get a free push until this second point. This is, I think, always on this map, the most important fight. Right here, before second point is captured, because man, is that walk back long for the offense.
Oh, it's so painful. There's the Shadow. That's looking good. That's what you want to see if you're a New York fan. Shadow on the front line, walled them off as well. Nade, it doesn't matter. Mano shrugging it off. New York Excel, they're going to cap second point with a juicy time back.
They got plenty of time left, and let's add even 90 seconds more onto that clock. 3:30 for NYXL to finish King's Row, tie up this series. And, you know, even without Mako, Mano's still Mano.
There's the Deadeye. That was a falling Deadeye, it looked like almost. There's the, oh, can he get it? No, he can't! Doesn't quite click in time. Shield was down for J-Mac, but wanted to get a couple more kills, but left it a little bit too late. Blizzard. Eaten? What? I don't know about that one. They didn't have a main tank there. It's actually a little bit of a confusing ult there from Who Are You? May potentially panicking a little bit.
Just kind of donated that one. We've seen several Blizzard eats so far in this series. And you kind of have to wonder, maybe these guys aren't super ready to play May, but like, you should have known to play May coming into this season, right?
There's the wall, there's the Nano. Babel trying to disengage as quickly as he can. Somehow J-Mac kept alive. Self-destruct from the back as well. That's a perfect kill. Killing off Jonak. May and Healer down. Mano dead as well. Babel has been so good, in fact, using these walls to separate Mano from the rest of his team. Even if he's Nano, it doesn't matter because you can just throw utility at him.
I mean, when you have kind of these mirror matches, I try to match them up 1-to-1, and it does seem like overall more comfortable on the hero is Babel.
Most definitely. Who Are You? Regretting his use of Blizzard potentially a little bit earlier on there. Once again, the wall's going to come out. Blizzard not eaten this time around. However, Hopper with the self-destruct. Can he find anybody? He does! Again? I should stop saying that. I should be expecting it. He clicks Q and people die.
So instead of saying, can he find some, just how many is he going to get?
How
many is he going to get with self-destruct? I want to give a lot of credit to Animo there too, kept him alive with another perfect barrier. NYXL pushing forward, $1:45 on the clock.
This is feeling good for NYXL. They may have gone down 2-0 on Li Jiang, but they are coming back. J-Mac has the Shatter. They have beat as well. Glister's near that Deadeye. They need to find something right now. 4 meters before the cart hits that point. Deadeye in the corner. Can they find anything? No. He lets it expire.
Zoning Deadeye.
Uh-oh, that's a big nade. In fact, straight over the top. In fact, they've got to be careful now. The Shadow, in reaction to it, the Blizzard's going to come out. Who are you? Separating everybody. J-Mac goes down. Jonak's going to find one. The car now 1 meter away from delivering. They got the Boostio coming out. All you need to do is stall for time, but it might not be enough. The nade in the front line from Hiley is going to keep people alive. And in fact, the Wrecking Ball back as well. But hang on a second, because Mano, he ends up falling. They do manage to at least pick up one, and sometimes that's all you need on the defense.
They got the one that Boostio came in clutch, allows people to come back, and now you're on these very difficult and strange heroes to try to deal with.
But J-Mac ends up going down. Bubble's the only survivor, really, but he gets one. Jonak falls off the edge. No main heals now for New York. They know they have one fight left, Hex. 30 seconds remaining. Bubble finds yet another kill onto Animo. I wonder if he changes here. Potentially he's going to, yeah, he's going back to spawn. Has to change to May.
It's time to regroup. I mean, that Boostio just came in clutch. You love to see it. I mean, it's just Boostio. You can't really complain about it. The Wrecking Ball comes out, but as you mentioned, just getting one kill on the defense. Your spawn advantage, defender's advantage huge. New York XL, last fight to be able to not go down. 0-2, has to get there. Mano's ready, Animo's ready. This has to be a big shatter.
Aggro is playing up front. OT coming in. Overwatch got self-destruct. Yeah, unfortunately, they're going to use the beat to go in. There's the Shadow on the side. There we go. The pin on Tomato. He keeps himself alive somehow, though. He's naded. He went to sub 50 HP, but he's still there. Hopper, he doesn't need the self-destruct. He still manages to kill J-Mac. The Blizzard on the point as well. OT ticking through. Another big nano, but a boop off the point. And New York, they're going to take King's Row.
We shall see what either of these teams wants to run. Defense always easier to call. That's going to be the London Spitfire in the white here. Glister right now on everybody's favorite Frenchwoman, Widowmaker.
Yeah, Glister is just such a star player. I did mention it before. One of the best DPS pickups, I think, this season, along with people like Sparkle, of course.
Yeah, but Glister obviously can play, but I think that's one of the roles that transfers so much easier from Contenders to Overwatch League. If you can click heads, you can click heads.
Oh, look who we've got, though. I thought they were going to change so many teams to play this a little bit when they're in spawn, but Who Are You is back on that Genji. That's what I wanted to see.
I mean, you always wait when there's a Sombra on the offense, like is it scouting Sombra, what's going to happen? But Sombra, Genji, dive tanks, and then you've got the supports, of course, for NYXL.
Well, that Mercy's going to be so helpful as well, just damage boosting Who Are You permanently to try and get that blade online rather soon. Who Are You can play pretty offensive here. You can see him just holding these doors and forcing London Spitfire to try and touch the point. Big dive into the back line though. Are they going to be able to assassinate someone? Yes, they do. Krillin comes in on stage and instantly killed. Glister's going to go down as well to a nade. Jonah picks himself up another one. There you go. Who will use only 50% towards the blade, but this should be enough for them to take first point.
I mean, you kind of feel a little bit bad for Glister. That's just a big unluckers to pick Widowmaker into the perfect anti-Widow composition. They're going to run dive tanks, and they've got a Genji and Sombra on you. That just doesn't seem fair. Of course, Glister going to switch immediately onto the Reaper. Widow's not going to do anything against this composition, but NYXL did enough to set this up for snowball potential. Of course, look at the Sombra. Sombra can win fights alone. EMP about to come online.
And Who Are You's blades coming online rather soon as well. Animo has switched over from the Mercy onto the Lucio, so no more damage boost, no more perma pocket. I'm sure you've seen that in a ranked game, so it frustrates the living end out of me. EMP being set up here by Nene. 10% away.
So far, just getting scouting information, letting his team know where they can come in, where they can engage. Trying to get this last 10%. The hack doesn't go through. He's got it now.
There we go. Now all he needs to do is set up. If he can catch those supports, and especially the May as well. Babel has got the Blizzard online, or even just a simple hack. There's the Nano onto Who Are You. Hasn't got Blade yet, but he will in a second. Blizzard's going to come out on point. The Blade coming in. How's he going to find? Straight onto the Orisa. There's one, but no more, say London, as they scurry back to their spawn, but it leaves NYXL alone on point to cap. They got 2 ticks already. Nene throws out the EMP as well. Glister's dead, and now J-Mac rolling out on ball to try and stall.
Now, the EMP didn't end up catching that May, so May's still alive and able to get around the defense of the stall coming in.
Is this it? J-Mac's on point. He's going to be able to survive for a little bit longer. Beat's going to come through. J-Mac only just receiving that. Does manage to keep him in the fight for the time being. Mano going extraordinarily low, but the beat comes through now for New York. Hopper finds Bernard, but they're still trying to make themselves known on the point. Mano still permanently low, it feels like, and that coalescence doing some work, forcing the rest of New York away. Beautiful bio grenade from Jonak. Are they going to be able to capitalize on it? No, they are not. Jonak gets instantly killed by the Doom.
Losing Jonak here, I think it might be time. You lose one more, you have to back out at NYXL. It seems like they're just bleeding right now. It's been a beautiful stall from the London Spitfire. A couple kills come in, though. They haven't lost that one more.
What? They didn't even have main heals. Jonak's going to be able to come back with Nano as well. Who are you going to take out? Bubble, and now, hey, guess what? I got a Blaze. He's coming in again. There's one. There's two. Can he get the third? An assist. He'll do. There's the Nano to boot as well, as NYXL will take point 2 with a lot of time to spare.
The first point was real pretty, worked out well. That's just a composition point win overall. They just had the better comp on point 1. Point 2, not so pretty, but NYXL gutsy, they stick with it. They get a second blade, works out way better than the first blade. Who Are You returns to form on everybody's favorite Genji. Let's see the other side of it when we come back.
Now it is London's turn.
We were talking a little in the break, just you and I, about how this might be a little bit of a new style of NYXL team, but they're so known, as I've mentioned already, of being defensive, being passive, waiting to capitalize on mistakes, where I think maybe last year, or definitely the year before, when that fight's not going perfect for them, they're probably retreating, and they're not fighting 5v6 or 4v6. Especially you lose Jonak, a previous NYXL team, that's an automatic everybody back. I think they just have a button and everyone just gets recalled back into the vortex. But they stuck with it. They built another ult. They kept going in. They kept grinding it out. Jonak comes back in, so they're not playing as passively as they used to be. And I don't mean passive in a mean way. It worked for them. It was a great style. But I think we're seeing inklings of a New York team that thinks they can really get after some squads.
Yeah, the best thing about coming back on the Ana too, long range heals.
Yeah.
Threw that Nano in right at the end. Make sure Who Are You doesn't die.
Yep.
Now we got Who Are You on the main. No defensive Genji, unfortunately. But we do see Nene back on the McCree.
Don't get spoiled. We got Who Are You on Genji a couple times, right?
I mean, that's true. And we have Hopper on Divas, so, you know, we're set.
Yeah. All right. See if this is a scouting Sombra. It does seem to be. We're going to check out the composition, make sure there's no Bastion on the high ground. Bastion behind shield's not as good as it used to be, obviously. It's going to give it another shot. I love this spot for Widow. I'm not good at it, but I like sitting here.
Oh, yeah, same. I like sitting here doing absolutely nothing while my team pushes to the point, and I shoot shields. It's a great time.
Hey, now she's a shield breaker. You can make that argument. Shields aren't so weak.
That is true. Nice little rotation here from London. They're going to move under. In fact, going to take control of that mega room. Problem is, of course, you can see Hopper actually on the sidelines. Glister does take a rather aggressive position. Hopper can match him.
Yeah, Hopper's waiting. It's his job. It's his job to just deal with Glister if Glister ends up looking over.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Let's go straight back into the map. Small monitor issue, but we cleared that up post-haste.
I've heard it's difficult to play blindfolded, but you couldn't tell if I'm looking at the monitor or not based on my gameplay. These guys actually need it. We're back into it. A small ghost in the machine has been exercised. Lister's still looking for heads. But you know what I like about just running a Widow is it makes the other team play around it. Even if you're not shooting your gun, they have to play around it.
Yeah, Glister is taking a little bit of damage here. He's going to be all right for the time being. Now you just got to watch out for the mates. Well, NYXL are going to have to jump onto the point. Glister's actually dead. Hopper was in the back line the entire time. And now, London Spitfire, yes, they do have control of the point for the time being, but they down a DPS.
So it's going to be a 6v5 here as they do come in.
That is a bad place to be if you're Mono right now. He got antied straight over the top of the shield. That is a bad situation New York found themselves in, unfortunately. If you don't kill Babel here, you basically lose because there aren't many places to actually enter the point. You can see J-Mac there with the nano boost, with a little bit of help, does manage to clean the rest up. Small stagger there onto Hopper, but he's going to get executed as well.
As we start learning this London Spitfire team, we've given Glister a lot of credit, but I've actually been pretty impressed with Babel here, just based on how his Mei walls come up, his usage of it. And look, right now I think we're going to see Mei in a lot of compositions. Pretty good hero.
That's one way of putting it. Hey, she's pretty good.
Come on, you'll learn to understand what I really mean by that.
I hope so. Well, Glister has sights now, Hex, so he's going to be able to push down main. A lot more safe, of course, on the attack rather than the defense, because you're going to have your Ana right next to you. In fact, a lot of ults on board for London Spitfire.
Okay, Nene goes to the Tracer here as well. I love me some Logo.
They want to kill Glister, man. They just want to make sure that he is dealt with at some point. Sights are going to open up though, so Nene is going to get spotted out. J-Mac now moving on to the point with the Shadow. Self-destruct in the back, Hopper, can he find anything? No, but J-Mac actually turns his shield to make sure he doesn't go down. A perfect anti-nade and a shatter, and in fact a wall up for J-Mac, so the shatter didn't land.
Blizzard's not going to catch a whole lot here, but Babel does go down there. As an offense, it always hurts. Glister still, oh, he gets Nene!
Huayu's going to get naded as well, but he does receive the beat just in time. Glister now is basically a free sightline, like you said, because he's killed that Tracer, but can he do much with it? Defense Matrix from Hopper will save the rest of the team. Jonak ends up going down as well. A good position for London Spitfire as they do plant themselves on the point. An attempted assassination by Hopper there, but Nene comes up the back. He didn't see him. The Demon Mech was exploding in his face, and Nene ended his life.
Berdar had some great peel there, but it wasn't going to be enough. These last point fights on either side have been scrappy as all get out. This one's still going.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to be able to clean this up now if you're London. You want to get back. Nene being alive, just being alive on the Tracer is more than enough. Plus he has Pulse as well. There's no way London were going to be able to win that.
Well, the rock, paper, scissors begins as Glister is going to go over to Nene's counter now in the McCree switch. Cowboy versus Tracer. A battle as old as, when did this game come out? 2015?
2015. About as old as 2015. A couple of years. Pulse bomb. Ooh, the sleep does miss. Matrix down as well, but it will be back up. Bernard is going to have to watch out for Nene here. Forcing the Matrix is the ideal play here if you're New York.
Sleep down. I wonder if he rolls all the way around on this one. They don't see him. They should be looking for him, but he's playing the crouch game, not using blinks. No.
Oh, the boot! They just managed to escape just in time. Then it now has to build back up to another one. Shouldn't take too long, but London with a very aggressive flank here. They do move forward with that beat. Hopper finds himself in a little bit of trouble. Same with Nene. He doesn't want to duel Glister out on the high ground, but now the Kree is up there, basically for free. Nene in trouble, does manage to get away, and Glister now pretty low. You can see the resources they're trying to invest to try and kill Glister, but he's still kept alive somehow. The Diva, the Tracer, nothing is stopping him, but Mano is going to take this one into his own hands. He gets nanoed, but slept, in fact, on the back of it. Krillin nearing a nano of his own, and Glister still in the fight.
The defense should be fine. They got a couple of kills. They do force out the self-destruct. Does seem like London is still committing into this one. They throw in a late nano.
How is Glister still alive in the back? I do not know. Jonak ends up going down. Beat's going to come through. NYXL really want to win this one. Of course, 1 minute now, 45 seconds remain for London. They've lost Glister, and Nene has a pulse bomb. This should be it. The beat was enough, and Nene's Tracer is going to clean up the rest.
Let's recount what each team has left. All said and done, kind of hard to track during the fight, a fight that lasted 2 minutes. Glister's going to have the Deadeye. He's gotten some value out of it, not as much as Nene. Nene's pulse bomb going to happen, so we set up this fight of rock and paper and scissors. I'm not sure which one is which, but both of them have ultimate abilities up. London, only a little over a minute to try to capture this last point.
London trying to set up a flank. Potentially just to set up Glister. Nene with the pulse bomb again. So like I said before, forcing the defense matrix would be the ideal play here for New York. There's the pulse. Oh! It lands. No way you can escape from that one. Blizzard come through as well. Yeah, J-Mac, he ain't long for this world. And that is a perfect situation New York have landed themselves in. Nice little parting nade from J-Mac there.
The parting pulse bomb always feels good too. It's like, you may have got me, but I've already stuck you. It's a little too late.
The big stagger too. Oh no, I got it. Big enough though. That was an extra, what, 10, 15 seconds
totally
now.
Fine. We're down to last
fight now remains for London to try and touch this point.
Shatter self-destruct maybe online for London. Self-destruct and nano boost definitely going to come online for the NYXL. I think London can even open this with a barrier if they want. Sanguinar's there.
J-Mac's got the barrier, there he goes, over 1,000 HP, dwindling rather fast though, there's the shatter, doesn't quite land, Mano with the perfect block, and now J-Mac has to play rather defensive. Then he's switching over to the Kree to battle Glister, a big freeze, but a big wall! J-Mac finds nothing from his charge, but Glister definitely does! Huayu's gonna go down as J-Mac finishes off Mano. And now they need to force themselves on the point, keep contesting. OT is in session. Still more kills rattling through, but now NYXL, they just need one pick, Hex.
This is all London right now, though. Mono did die with Shatter, so he will come out with a Shatter. Maybe he can nail it. A huge sound barrier.
Mano's going to be on the side. The Shatter's going to go down. Hits absolutely nobody, and he gets frozen up. Instantly killed. Oh, Animo and Jonak tag team in to kill off Glister. Animo staying alive on the point. This is what they need.
Even
Trent's going to kill Bernard. That's going to be it. OT ticking down. The Maze, the only one left. The crowd erupting as NYXL.
Where would you rather be? Where would you rather be? Living the dream. Even though we're going to Junkertown, an interesting map, a controversial map, as it were. But I like it, and I like it because you can run Widows on it. And I'm a big fan of clicking heads and making dents.
There you go, Glister on the Widow already on the defense. NYXL on the offense, Nene hovering it. Very, very close hold here from Spitfire, though. Yeah, quite common, of course. The payload does take a long time to get to point number one. You can definitely stretch out the fight.
I think some of the animosity towards this map in particular was from Pirate Ship. You know, you would drop a Bastion on the cart, set up 2 shields around him, and it just felt unfun to play against. But now with shields not being what they were, you can't really run Pirate Ship. So we'll see kind of a new meta evolve here. Wow. Yes, let's get some Tracer play.
Wow, already though, who is going to take out his like for like. And then, yeah, just going for the pure counter. Oh dear, Glister, you're going to have to hit a shot of your life, my friend. He is so low. Picks up the mini though, but then he's going to find him. There's the melee, there's the kill. Good start for the NYXL, demolishing the defense of London. But like I said, because London held so close there, they are going to have another fight. Glister switching over to Creed.
Not a ton of progress gained there, but a very dominant opening from NYXL. It started with Who Are You just hitting an icicle on his counterpart. Then you don't have to worry about walls, you don't have to worry about anything. It makes your tanks less effective because you can just retreat from a swinging Reinhardt. There's no wall behind you.
Nothing's gonna stop. Yeah, like you said, it's extremely punishing when that does happen. Walled up and then it's like, I'm trying to hold S, but I'm not going anywhere. What's that? Oh, right.
Yes.
Maywall.
My back is a little bit cold.
And now I'm very cold because she's just freezing me up. Uh-oh, Genmank's a little cold. Did receive a nade though, so feeling is going to be a little bit more amplified. Mano ends up going down. Shout out for
Jonek dancing.
J-Mac does end up at least killing the main tank. Now they just have to put themselves on the payload. Mano's going to be wrapped rather shortly though.
Jonek was just dancing around those darts. They're able to stay alive, so avoiding the later stagger here. Both teams with a nano boost ready. Oftentimes it will go on these Reinhardts.
Double nano straight on the payload. Shadow reliable for Mano now. Trying to weave his way past that shield. Anti-nade does land onto J-Mac. He's going to have to be careful. There's the bomb in the sky. Doesn't find anything, but that shatter definitely did. On the side, J-Mac gets pinned against the wall as well. There we go. Glister rips the head off Nene though, but it might not matter. Widow not the best at controlling the point, of course. Ball coming up to NYXL, slowly moving themselves towards that first point, but the beat's going to be invested too. I said she wasn't very good at holding the point. Glister's right up in the front line. Okay. Hopper throws bomb in and kills her off, and she's getting pinned.
Yeah, Hopper with another cheesy play there, able to take it down. Glister had gotten 3 right before that. You don't have to hold the point if everybody's dead. He comes up enormous, and it buys them enough time. So low. Both of these London tanks are so low, but Krillin's just going to charge up now.
Oh my goodness. I'm not entirely sure how Mano survived that, to be honest. He was anti-naded up against the card, about 2 HP, but did manage to get out just in time. Payload stopped for now, minute and 20 seconds remain.
Yeah, exactly, you just hit the nail on the head. A minute and 20 seconds remain, and they're able to repel this. Glister's gonna have eyes, you have tank ultimates up, London's economy in good shape. New York in shambles.
Oh, let's go. J-Mac's got that shatter, and he's got the nano, weaving his way past that wall. Or at least trying to. Playing a little bit passively now, he knows the nano's coming out. There's the sleep, big shatter. Blizzard's going to come out as well. Mano just can't play the game right now, but is kept alive, but not for long. Glister at the back, clicking heads. Nene clicks his in time, but totally the damage has already been done.
Totally fine. You got both tanks right there. Anyway, there's no way NYXL can try to push in against this with 0 tanks. Maybe 1, but Glister able to take down both of them. This is the last push for NYXL. So Junkertown's a weird map where you can see it stop here, you can see it stop a second. Like, there's really no rhyme or reason where the payload stops generally on this map. Self-destruct ready for the Spitfire. Mano about to get a shatter. Blizzard should be up for NYXL as well. Small advantage.
Got to win away from that self-destruct first. Bernard doesn't find anybody. Finds the resuit as well. Who are you has Blizzard, or close to. Mano has his shatter.
London has nothing. maybe a barrier gets up here. It's actually really important for the barrier to get up.
Very early wall. There's the Blizzard. Doesn't get eaten. Matrix a little bit too late. The Shatter on the side. Only found one. J-Max now pinned against the cart. He ends up going down. And finally, NYXL are breaking the defense of London. They open it up in OT. They struggled a little bit, but they made it work.
Overwatch is a very complicated game, but sometimes it comes down to just straight up numbers. Two very good ultimates to absolutely zero. Jonak even got there during it. The one ultimate that London needed to get there before the ultimates came out was going to be Sound Barrier. Sangwire just a little bit behind, about 10%. And that's really all it takes. We have 3 ultimates, you don't. When these teams are as evenly matched as it appears they are, that's it. 3-0, you're probably gonna win that fight.
Very aggressive push. Ooh, that ice walls. Pretty dirty, actually, from London. You can see forces NYXL to drop down from their high ground position. Self-destruct available from Hopper.
I mean, the swing back here is, though, because London had nothing going to the last fight, they're going to have ultimate advantage for this next fight. And they're definitely getting there. Oh, but now New York has more chances with 130.
Hopper lost Blister. No, they definitely didn't. That's one man up now for NYXL. He's going to come through as well for London. Really wanted to stay alive in this fight. You got to kill Hopper though somehow, or at least do damage to him to make him retreat. There's the late beat coming through as the nade did land in the front line. J-Mac ends up going down. The rest is history. There's no way you're going to be able to survive that.
You just call that fight a support win right there. The beat comes down, allows them to be aggressive, and then kind of scatters the London Spitfire. Jonak hits a giant anti-heal nade. You often hear us call it, they're purple. Well, it doesn't feel good to be purple. You're often dead shortly after. And with that, New York continues to roll. It's been great momentum. And Nene has quieted Glister. He's at least put him in check.
That he has. Sights available for Glister now, though, so we'll have the upper hand. And Blizzard available too. Like you said, numbers game sometimes just comes out on top. London have got that right now with 4 rolls online, but who are you just got his online as well, so you've got to be a little bit more careful. Nano boost. Nano, yeah, he's stuck between about 3 billion things. He can't really move. Blizzard's going to land on top. There's the self-destruct. Bada bing, bada boom. Who used down? That should be a nice little hold for London Spitfire.
Use a couple ults there, use 2 and absolutely win a fight. It's not too bad. Who are you? Now no Blizzard going. Nene puts Blister in check again. And I don't think you have to win dominantly in a Widow v Widow, but it's got to be enough.
All right, they really wanted to win that fight. They really wanted to kill Nene. Please stop killing our Widow. As soon as you kill their Widow as well, hey, what's going to happen?
Yeah, exactly.
You have a perfect sideline. Uh-oh, Mano in trouble. Yeah, no way you're going to survive that, unfortunately. Too much CC. Too much damage coming out from the Nano, right?
Try to get the peel, but I'm not certain they needed to commit that Nano boost, but better safe than sorry, I suppose.
Krillin wanted the
Krillin from downtown is able to get Hopper. Right, little over a minute left. Both Widows are going to trade out sites, which means either both are going to peek or neither will.
Hello? Hello? Krillin? Krillin? Okay, he's naked. No way can Nene come like this. Goes backing off. He sees Glister. Glister sees him. Tracer rounds to reveal him as well. Both sites end up going down. As Hopper moves forward with the self-destruct too. Hopper's going to be able to want to potentially open this one up. Self-destruct goes in. There's the opening they were looking for. Lucio now down. And now London, New York can basically move forward with immunity. I mean, you haven't got speed boost if you're London, so they have to play rather defensively. J-Max says, not today though. Shatter through the payload. That's 3 on their backs. And that's 3 almost back to spawn if he can find the pin. No, he does not. Ever so slightly wide there. Is it now? Yeah, Mano, is he going to die? Someone kill Mano. Please kill Mano. No, he's going to get the beat. In fact, both teams end up beating, and now a Blizzard coming through from Who Are You. Not killing these main tanks is disastrous, and Mano comes back with a beautiful pin onto Pavel. And now what do? If you're London, you have to find a kill. You're out of position. If you're Banar, you face away so you can't get headshot, but you're still so low. The recovery time, the heals, and the resources that you're going to have to pile into him now to keep him in this fight.
This one is down to it. We are in overtime now. The giant Shadow comes in. He gets slugged for his work.
It's so easy if you're New York. Nene with the perfect position on the spawn as well. OT ticking through with the Blizzard on the point. Kill Hopper and you might end up winning it. There's the pin. There is the kill, but no! He doesn't die! What? He just getting mad. How does this keep happening? New York surviving through everything. Self-destruct on point. Ball doesn't last for long. And Hopper with another 3K.
Take note at home that even the pros can struggle with a ring around the rosy wrecking ball. I think I just found my favorite answer to it. You drop the self-destruct on the cart. You can go in circles all you want. I got a blast radius. I got it going. Hotba adds to his highlight reel another 3K. Come up a little bit dry since that King's Row. He's got him missing some self-destructs, but gets another several self-destruct kills on that. I believe I counted 4 or 5. 3 at the end just for style points. I mean, those weren't the most impactful 3. It seemed like it was inevitable New York was going to get there, but it still looks good in the kill feed.
Oh yes, it does. It looks good for your stats too. Of course, you can't forget about the stats, X. The most important thing if you're a player, the stats.
Guys, I have gold damage.
I have gold damage and gold healing on Moira. Please, team, do something.
Why do I have 5 golds as Moira? That's why we're losing.
Yeah,
That's why we're losing.
yeah.
Thank you.
Moira players, you know you're out there. London now on the offense.
None of them will ever raise their hand.
Oh no, definitely not.
See, I'm pure. I only play Moira in free-for-all deathmatch.
Pure? How's that in any way pure?
I almost had you for a second. You almost agreed with me.
No. Well, yeah.
No, it's the worst thing you can do.
Yes.
It's the worst thing you can
Yes,
beat.
it is.
Yeah.
I literally insta-leave as soon as I see that. Although I play more Doom Sumo than anything else, to be honest, when I'm waiting in queue.
Fair enough.
Pretty fun game, mate. London's time to attack now. New York on the defense, holding close once again. Nene on the Widow. Lister is going to match.
This is a pretty aggressive hold, I'd say. Oh. He's just trying to get a peek right there. Now he's going to try to drop down. Maybe try to get a boop off and knock him off the high ground. That doesn't come to fruition, but Papa totally safe with the jump jets as they are right now in a 3-second cooldown. You're in, you're out. Was I even there to begin with?
Yeah, Diva just flies all over the place now. It's kind of crazy, actually, that cooldown change.
It's super fun, though.
Oh, yeah, if you're a Diva player, you're going to love it. Uh-oh. Hello? Okay, he's out. We're good. Krillin keeping him alive. But they are stalling, and just the punishment in the back line here from Hopper is extremely frustrating if you're a support player, having to 180 trying to heal other supports. I mean, Mano ends up going down.
Yeah, he's been annoying, but there's no peel on the front line then, and I think London recognized it. Like, Hoppa's gonna be hot buff, right? And we just have to ignore it. It's like ignoring a Pharah, right? Let's just play the cart, let's play the 5 guys around the ground, we'll deal with that guy later. Diva's not really gonna do anything to you burst damage-wise unless you get super isolated, so yeah, it was kind of cute play from Hoppa, but it did leave the rest of his team a little bit exposed.
Nice little clean up. Same as we saw before, though. NYXL are going to have another chance to defend. Nay, yep, he's back on the Tracer. He wants to kill Glister. That's going to be his main aim. Who are you? Close, so close.
I will watch anyone on NYXL play Tracer.
Oh, same. Hot, but Breeze bring it out again. I know you've been good on Diva, but hey, just quickly lock in that Tracer for me. That'd be great.
I think they might have another guy who's known for his Tracer.
Oh, really now?
I've heard rumors.
Gotta be careful with your Glister right now. Venom Mine ain't gonna do too much. Can recall out of that rather quickly, but Glister has to now check his back. 2-man dive on the back line, and Glister ends up going down. Jemek on the front, though, is gonna receive the nano boost, charging towards that Earth Shadow. Remember, 1 dead, 5v6 for NYXL. A perfect heat on the Blizzard, though, from Bernard. That's a very good start. J-Max on the back. Shadow hits the ground. Perfectly blocked, though. Mano still kept alive by his supports. He does get freezing on the sides, but now Krillin dying. London Spitfire in a very bad situation. Glister ends up falling down as well to a direct icicle to the skull. Blizzard's going to come through from London. They want to win this, but Hopper's still alive, and he's got beat as well.
But he's going to dance around, make sure his team stays alive. Meanwhile, Nene cleaning up in the back lines. Oh, it is good to see Tracer back in play.
What do we had today? We had Genji, we've had Tracer. What a perfect way to start 2020.
We've had excellent Overwatch, is what we've had. And it continues even after this match goes. Blister gonna make another change. Here's what I love about today's Overwatch. A lot of changes, no mirror matches, compositions. We're making picks, we're making changes. This is Overwatch at its very best, in my opinion.
Counter picking once again. Lister switching over to the Kree. Can't as easily get jumped on, but 1 flashbang, 1 roll. 2 people dive you, could be a bit of an issue. Escorting him now, you can see the rest of London are onto this payload. You've got to stop that from moving back as well. Those vital meters can be the death of you sometimes.
Only 1 minute left.
That was a big pulse to the back. Look at the health bars disappear from London. J-Mag, Bernard, Glister, they all took a lot of damage, and that was enough. Sometimes you don't need to kill someone with a pulse bomb. Sometimes the damage is just enough to get finished off.
Well, with the pulse bomb, you're rarely going to kill people anyway, so you better just chunk down those tanks. Pulse bomb used to be a tank buster right there, but a beautiful recognition by the rest of the team to come in, swing the hammer a couple times, clean that up. 30 seconds remain. NYXL on the defense, trying to win this set.
They want to do it, although they did take it in OT as well. NYXL fans in the crowd, they know what they want. They want them to stop London right here. Mano's got the Shadow, they got the tools in fact, they got Blizzard too. They just got to set it up perfectly. There's the wall, Mano trying to navigate around it. There's the Shadow on the back, 2 people end up going down. Krillin gets the nano boost off soon. Manages to keep himself alive somehow, but he is so low. Blizzard doing his work though, Babel ends up going down. Glister with the Deadeye finds nothing as he's escorted with the beaten speed boost. He needs to find kills. He's gonna go down though, and the Hopper with the bomb. OT in session, and Mano and J-Mac end up trading as well.
If I'm in a short-handed situation, I want the Tracer.
OT coming through, Banaz on the payload, does get D-Mex. Babel's gonna come back with Blizzard, but it might not be enough. He's gonna land himself on the payload, but he can't touch. He gets booped away. And New York, in front of a home crowd, take their first series of the 2020 season.